Are you struggling as a beginner game dev? Are you feeling a little bit burnt out? Maybe you feel like you've stopped making progress, or thinking that there are too many things to master in order to actually make the games you've always dreamt of making? Well, in this video, I want to talk to you about how to stay motivated as a beginner and give you a few tips and tricks about how to avoid burnout, because you want to make great games and you totally can. I want to start off by addressing the elephant in the room. I'm a little bit of a noob when it comes to game dev. I'm a beginner, probably just like yourself. So why should you be listening to me instead of one of the big game dev gurus on YouTube? They're great and they're super useful for people who want to just dive in with game dev straight away and get their hands dirty. But you know as well as I do, when it comes to actually developing something on an engine, things aren't usually easy. They're actually pretty bloody difficult, which is why I want to give my perspective as a beginner as well, so that hopefully some of you out there can resonate with it and take some tips and tricks away on your own game dev journey.
I'm going on an adventure!
A lot of people get stuck on the big picture when they take a step back and see how many different hats you have to wear in order to be a game dev. You have to be a great programmer, an artist, a musician, a sound designer, a marketer, and all those skills are fantastic, but you don't need to be great at every single one of them. In fact, I don't think you have to be good at any of them in order to make something that people will actually enjoy. I myself am not a great programmer, or marketer, or really musician. I mean, I'm a heavy metal guitarist, but to some people that would be great, but most people, But what I'm saying is that you don't have to be great at any of these skills, realistically speaking. You just have to dip your toe in, give them a go. There are so many examples of some absolutely amazing games which have quote-unquote bad programming, or quote-unquote bad art, or quote-unquote bad music, and people love them. Some examples would be Undertale, which has a whole spaghetti mess code of programming for the dialogue system, or even Stick Fight the game, which is just stick figures in a little warehouse background. So what's stopping you from making a game which has bad programming and bad art? They're subjective. There is absolutely no such thing. If you can make stick figures, if you can make spaghetti code, if you can make noises with your mouth for sound design, you can make a game. When you give it a try, you're going to be 99.9% better than every single other person in the world at making video games. Don't get discouraged. Just dip your toe in and give it a go. I'm going to stop waffling on now and give you a few practical tips to take away with you so that you can stay motivated with your own journey. Tip number 1. Set realistic expectations and accept your setbacks. Now, it probably sounds like I'm beating a dead horse with the motivational speak right now, but I really mean what I'm saying. Don't go into game dev thinking that you're going to make the next great MMO. I want to make the next World of Warcraft. I want to make the next Call of Duty. Because realistically speaking, you're probably a solo game dev just starting out. Start small. Make a small little platformer. Make a small little text-based adventure game. Start small and then grow and grow and grow. When you're actually making these small little games, you're probably going to run into a whole heap of setbacks. Bugs that just won't fix in your code, or animations that just won't trigger, or box colliders that don't do what they're supposed to do. These things are normal and they will happen, but they're all part of the learning process. You're going to get better and better and better the more you do it. So just keep cracking at it. Tip number 2. Break your goals into smaller chunks. If you are going to make a game, such as a small little simple platformer, give yourself small little chunks of project to do at a time, rather than looking at the overall scope and thinking you have to do everything straight away, because you're just going to get lost in the source, maybe? You're just going to get lost in the vast amount of stuff there is actually to do. Rather than saying, oh, I need to make the entire game in 1 week, start by thinking, okay, well, this week I'm going to implement the character movement, or I'm going to make a couple of assets in Sprite or Blender or something like that. Start building your game little by little, piece by piece, chunk by chunk, so that when you take a step back and look at all the chunks that you've assembled, it's gonna look like a great product that you've made. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your game, unless it's a game jam, in which case you could potentially build it in 1 day, but I guarantee you it's probably gonna look a little bit like my first game jam game, which was pretty terrible. Tip number 3, join a community and talk about game dev with people. It doesn't matter really which community you join. You know, you can talk to the biggest YouTubers in their chat and talk to everyone there. You can join Discord forums or online chat rooms about game dev. What's important is that you tell people what you're doing. It's going to keep you motivated in the short term when you're saying, I'm making this really cool concept that I've just plucked from my imagination. And it's going to keep you motivated when people ask you about it and be like, how's the game coming along? And you can say, great, I just got my first amazingly unfixable bug. It might sound really strange, but I'm telling you, people are going to understand what you're going through, especially beginners. Joining a community of like-minded people really solidifies why you're doing this in the first place, especially when bouncing ideas off beginners as well, failing upwards together to make something greater than the sum of its parts. But it's really useful when you can see yourself improving steadily along with everyone you're talking to. In fact, I'd love to hear from some of you guys in the comments about what you're working on and why you're working on it. I myself am going to leave a little comment down below about what I'm working on, how I'm learning, how I'm struggling, and hopefully some of you guys will too, and it's going to give us all a bit of motivation to keep pushing forward. Community is your best friend. Make friends with people. It's important. And lastly, stay accountable to yourself. When starting a new hobby or something difficult, especially something like game development, you need to make sure that you're giving yourself time to practice the skills that you need to practice. It doesn't really matter how you stay accountable. It can be writing a little journal to yourself. It can be recording little vlogs to yourself, which is actually what I do. It could be joining a community, like I discussed before, and giving little weekly updates about what you're working on and how you've improved your game and how you haven't improved your game. Ultimately, if you stay accountable to yourself when building any kind of skill set, you're going to see the dividends in the long run. Once you finish your first game, you're not necessarily going to see all the hard work that you put into it in the past, but you'll know how much effort it took, and it's going to make you super, super proud of yourself that you were able to accomplish something like that. Stay accountable to yourself and good things will come. Hopefully some of these tips have been helpful for you. I'm using these tips myself to stay accountable and stay motivated when times get tough with game dev, because we're beginners. Things aren't supposed to be easy. So as a final message from myself to you guys, and myself to myself, maybe when I watch this video back, keep learning, keep going, and keep struggling, because ultimately you're doing really, really well. And I believe in you 100%. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.